the season's not over yet.
Because Haaland is a problem.
For 8.5 million.
It's just not.
You're hoping for a bit more.
Yeah.
Wait, how has this team got 4 Chelsea players in? Hello and welcome to the Stick to FPL show on the FPL Mate YouTube channel, but also on iTunes, Spotify, and some other places as well, I think. Just search Stick to FPL if you want to check us out on the audio platforms. But we are back for Game Week 2. We've got a lot to talk about. We are going to be talking about all kinds of things. We're going to have having a look at our teams. We're going to have a look at some potential wild cards, who the best transfers are, which players we should be looking at. We're going to be doing some games and differential of the week as well, all to come in today's show. Now, as always, I am joined by my good friend and colleague, Sim, a man who will be taking so many hits this season that his FPL team will be looking like it's been in a boxing match. Hello, Sim.
We only take hits when they're worth it, right? Take the shots that you can make.
I bet you've already taken a hit, haven't you?
No chance.
Are you made a transfer?
No chance.
Okay, all right. Whoa. All right, sounds good. All right, let's get stuck in. I want to have a look at my team. Well, do I want to have a look at my team? I want you to have a look at my team. I want everyone at home to look at my team, or in the car, wherever you are. So yeah, it's not been a great start for me or a lot of people, really.
The template busted.
The template did not work.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of that was because so many of the, what maybe you want to call big premium players, Watkins, Palmer, Bruno, Saka, Gyökeres, if you want to call him a premium player, so many of them failed.
João Pedro.
Yep, João Pedro, big player.
Forest defense.
Yep. Well, Forest defense did okay, other than Konsa, who. No, I'm thinking of Aston Villa defence. Yeah. Forest defence, yeah, they had that penalty that they conceded to Brentford. So yeah, all in all, yeah, a lot of disappointment there. But you know what? I'm not worried. I'm really not worried. Like, I think if this happened to me last season, I'd be tearing my hair out. But like, it's game week 1, man. Like, it's definitely not time to panic. The only maybe regret I do have is not picking Semenyo, because I was so close flipping between Rodgers, Semenyo, and basically I bottled it and went for Rodgers because I thought he was the more sensible pick, and that would have been 13 more points. But Dewsbury Hall still to play for me at time of recording. We'll see how that goes. Probably just jinx that right there. But look, it's the start of the season. All of these players who blanked this week, these are not bad players. They're not going to blank forever.
Oof, I don't know about Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno as well.
He could just get 2 points every single game.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So anyway, this is what my Game Week 2 team is looking like. So a couple of changes in terms of benching. I've dropped Juve and Pedro Porro to the bench for this week. This is my current thinking anyway. We've still got a couple of days to go. And I've thrown on Reijnders, who got a 6-pointer against Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think Crystal Palace, pretty positive performance defensively.
They look good. They looked really sturdy.
So yeah, luck with them.
Wharton and Hughes just really good in midfield as well.
No, definitely. I think there's gonna be plenty more Crystal Palace defender points throughout the season. And we're playing Esteve as well, just for that fixture against Sunderland. And the rest of the team, like, I think it looks good. So I think with my team in particular, I'm not really worried about my team. It's because even though my Game Week 1 score was probably a few points, depending on Dewsbury Hall, it's maybe a couple of points below, maybe some of the other template teams you've seen. I genuinely believe my team is far better set up for Game Week 2 than most people's. For example, we've got that double Aston Villa attack against Newcastle Game Week 1, but now we're against Brentford, which seems like a much better fixture. We've got Bruno, who played against Arsenal. Now he's going to play against Fulham. We've got the triple Chelsea boys, opened against a really tough Crystal Palace game. Now they play West Ham. We've just got battered 3-0. So many of my players, I feel, have much better fixtures in Game Week 2 than Game Week 1. And I think for a lot of people, it's actually the inverse of that, the other way around. And the season's not over yet. Game Week 1 is just one small part of the large season
2%.
ahead of us. Is that 2.3%, maybe?
Yeah, rounded.
rounded down. Yeah, so, mate, the journey has just started. And, I think a lot of people will be down on their scores, to be honest. But it's nothing, man. It's nothing.
Literally, all it takes is next week, Haaland blanks. I don't know. Salah smashes it.
Yeah.
Bruno does well. Watkins does well. And it's flipping the coin on people who went against all those picks, basically. So, I'm in a similar boat. I have a very different team, but similar boat in the sense of slow for game week 1, but pretty comfortable with my team.
All right, should we check it out?
Go on then.
Go ahead.
So ever so slightly better, but no players left to go. What went well was my defense. Some of the picks that I was really, really certain about, Nori, for example, did really well. Pedro Porro, I feel like he did well. Could have had more. Sanchez, pretty comfortable with that. Changed that relatively last minute away from Verbruggen, and I don't know why I had a 4.5 for so long, to be honest with you. When I made that transfer, it just felt like it made a lot of sense to me. Where I feel like I went wrong.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. We should definitely talk about this. Where do you feel you went wrong?
I've gone for Palmer and Saka as my premiums, where people went for Salah and Palmer or Haaland and Palmer. A lot of people went for Palmer. Saka, I didn't like the performance.
Neither did I.
I really didn't like it.
No.
And he's currently meant to be my Game Week 2 captain. And I'm not comfortable with that at all. Palmer, I don't think he had a great performance either. Obviously, 3.0 was decent, but obviously not decent, but as I'm saying, it's better than 1 or 2 points. But I didn't love that either. But he was up against the Crystal Palace team that people were backing their defenders, people are backing their defense. I just don't know how responsible of a decision that was. And again, it's easy to say that when both of my premiums blanked and the other 2 premiums did well.
Yeah. I mean, who else were you going to captain? If you've decided I'm not going to have Salah, I'm not going to have Haaland, it kind of leaves you with Saka, Palmer to captain, maybe Wirtz, and that's no better.
Exactly. Basically, none of my attackers did well, which is frustrating because the game week started so well with Gakpo scoring the first goal.
Yeah.
The second goal for Liverpool. Gakpo, I'm pretty happy with. Wirtz, I didn't like his FPL performance.
Yeah, I agree.
He played well, and I rewatched quite a big chunk of that game, but I don't know. He didn't seem to be involved in the final actions as much as I would want him to. Ekitike, on the other hand, massively interesting, but he's got this huge Isak issue that's looming.
Yeah. Do you want to do so? Just give some Wirtz numbers before we go any further. And by the way, this is all from Fantasy Football Hub. You can still check them out and get your 50% off offer. And they're still, by the way, they're still running the win your mini league or your money back deal.
Oh yeah,
they're still running it. I thought it ended at the Game Week 1 deadline, but they're still going. Yeah,
pretty nice of them.
Yeah, so I think it is pretty nice of them. So I think that runs until maybe October or what's next month? September. That's probably the month I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But yeah, Florian Wirtz, according to the Fantasy Football Hub Opta Stats tool, put up 0.14 XG and 0.28 XA.
That XA is decent.
It's not bad,
but
for 8.5 million,
it's just not.
You're hoping for a bit more.
Yeah. So I mean, that's unfortunate. I still like the team. I don't like how well Man City played because Haaland is a problem again. And Haaland, Salah, for example, he didn't have that crazy game that I expected him to not have, or I wanted him to not have, maybe I should say. He did what Salah does. I'm not going to sit here and moan about it. It's what he does.
Yeah, he gets a goal, he gets some bonus points, and
he'll leave. You know what I mean? 94th minute, he'll do his job, which is fair enough. But that would have been fine if Palmer scored. You know what I mean? Because I also had Gakpo, who got 1 less point than Salah. And for the price difference, I'm comfortable with that. Obviously, consistency is what you pay for, but I was pretty comfortable with that. Bowen, unlucky. He should have got a goal. I feel like that was super unlucky. I don't hate that pick. I wanted parts in that Sunderland action. He's going to be benched next week. I'm not fussed. He's going to be going soon. Okay. I just thought he'd do well in Game Week 1.
By the way, you have access to Haaland quite easily, by the way. You just do a simple Bowen and Watkins to Haaland and a cheap forward. I
don't want to lose Watkins yet.
I don't blame you. Yeah. But I'm just saying, if you did want to go for Haaland, you do have that access to it.
But my play style is, you made your bed, you can't freak out the 1 week it goes wrong.
Yeah.
And if it goes wrong again next week and it goes wrong again in Game Week 3, all right, then I'll freak out.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
no, definitely.
I'll freak out, but for now, I'm pretty comfortable. And I've got Reijnders sat there. And you remember, we talked about this last week, where you guys said to me, why do you have him in your team if he's likely, as in he was never going to start in game week 1 for me because of the fixtures. And the point is, I thought he could do well. And if he does, he's going to rocket in value.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going to happen now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will see this team and think, oh my God, you bench Reijnders, like, what a disaster, right? But, like, it is far better to have Reijnders on your bench than to have to now spend a transfer to get him in, which a lot of people will be doing.
People are going to be doing Verts to Reijnders, like
crazy.
Loads. Yeah.
I think Verts is maybe one of the most sold players in FPL. I mean, let me verify that real quick. Let's search by transfers out so far. Yeah. Yeah, Verts is the most sold player in FPL right now.
There you go.
Which is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's just have a look at your team. But before we do, I just wanted to go back quickly to your idea of, maybe not rushing in those transfers. Because I'm fingers crossed, not going to be making any transfers. But I think the time to make transfers for me in these early stages of the season is when your opinion on a player has massively changed. So, for example, presumably you picked your players because you know what they're about, you know what they're going to do, you know what to expect them, you know what position they're going to play, you know what the oppositions they're playing against are like, are they good, are they bad? Has that massively changed? Is Watkins, for example, is he now playing CDM? If so, yeah, hell yeah, make a transfer. But if he's still playing as a striker, the fixtures that he plays, you still like the look of, then there's no reason to change it, despite the blank.
Yeah. So, frustratingly, the two players that I've had the most negative opinion on are Saka and Palmer.
No, not Verts.
Verts, listen, first game in a new league, I'm going to give him at the very least one more game.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair.
Like, I don't think he was positionally bad. I just think the place where he was operating was a little bit, it was like 2 steps away from final action, as opposed to where you'd want him to operate, which is like where Gakpo and Ekitike were operating.
Yep.
But I still think there's a good player there. I'm going to give it at least another week. It's a solid fixture this week. Actually, no, it's not. It's Newcastle, isn't it? Yeah, it's Newcastle away. So it's not even a solid fixture. So maybe I could be convinced. But for now, I'm not planning on. Saka and Palmer is where I've got a headache. I'm not comfortable with that anymore. I'm not comfortable at all. And you know what? You can laugh at me because why did I do it?
Yeah.
but here we are. I think I'm gonna stick to my guns and I'm gonna go for the Saka captaincy.
You are.
Especially if I see something positive from Everton today. But stick to the plan for now, and then if it goes wrong, I'm gonna wildcard in game 3.
Really?
Yeah.
If it goes bad, you're gonna wildcard in game 3. Oh wow. Okay, that's bold. I mean, I definitely will say that on Saka and maybe some of the other Arsenal assets. I don't know if anyone has Gyökeres out there. Man United genuinely look good. I thought they were really impressive.
Really, Mbeumo and Cunha as well.
Yep, for sure.
Really, really, really exciting. I feel like they haven't quite started playing together.
Yeah.
But Mbeumo looked sensational.
No, there's for sure some potential. And we're going to do our weekly wild cards where we kind of mock up what a wild card might look like, what a dream team to go forward might look like. And we're going to try and do that every week. And I have to say, I don't know about your team, but my team has got a Man United attacker in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should probably contextualize these wildcards when the time comes. But
yeah, okay.
But we will.
I think the time has come.
The time has come.
I think the time has come.
Well, for those of you who have not watched anything that I do before, I am a little bit different to Dan in my approach.
A little bit. Yeah.
And I think the point of this segment isn't going to be to show you what we both would do in a ideal wildcard scenario, because we probably would blend from each other a little bit. But the point of this is more so, what is on paper good wildcard based on data, based on what's working, versus what is a bit more of a optimistic, provocative, differential wildcard.
So I've brought the sensible wildcard for us today.
And I brought the fun one.
Let's save the fun one till last. Let's do the boring one first. And I think this, if I was on a wildcard right now, say your team in game week 1, you've got Isak, you've got I don't know, Wissa and Gavardio, and your whole team is ruined.
No Haaland?
No Haaland. Because I think if you're going sensible and you're continuing, you're staying the course, then I think you stick with Salah as Salah is more dangerous to your rank than Haaland is.
Okay, I guess from that perspective.
So if we're trying to be a little safer, more conservative kind of wild card here, I think you do have to keep some of the players that you perhaps would have had in game week 1. And I don't actually think this team is super dissimilar to a lot of people's game week 1 team, which is why I think it's so important to, if your team does look a bit like this, even like half of the players like this, you're probably in a pretty good situation, in my opinion anyway. So this is the weekly wildcard team. So we've got Raya in goal, Munoz, Cucurella, and Anderson in defence. A midfield of Salah, Palmer, Semenyo, and Burma and Reijnders. Up front, we've got Watkins and Strand Larsen. And on the bench, we've got Dubravka, Van der Ven, this little Sunderland centre-back called Alderete. Yeah, where I pulled that one from. No, he's basically. We think he's going to be the Sunderland centre back going forward. So potential for those defensive contributions there. Maybe you could go for Reynaldo here as well, but I think Alderete more likely to get defensive contributions there, and Mark Yu as well. So just for some cheap players on the bench. All good players, good fixtures. I mean, I think you could even play Alderete in game week 2 if you did bring him in a hypothetical wildcard team. But yeah, I think the main differences with this team and maybe some of the teams we were selecting in game week 1 is we've gone for Raya. Well, I think looking at Arsenal right now, the defenders, we kind of already knew they're unlikely to get defensive contribution points. And the centre-backs cost 6 million, not going to get defensive contribution points. The full-backs cost 5.5, a little bit cheaper, but they are so rotation risk that you just cannot touch them. Calafiori banged in game week 1. I would not be surprised to see Lewis Skelly start at left-back game week 2. So it just can't go there, Yeah. So it makes sense to go Raya, 5.5. Thought he had a brilliant game in game week 1.
He did.
There was only a few Arsenal players that I thought had a good game in game week 1. Raya was definitely one of them. And we'll talk about the other one a little bit later, but no spoilers. The other differences is maybe Semenyo and Mbermo. I'd say they're the only other 2 players that kind of maybe stand out as players that maybe people weren't picking in game week 1. Semenyo, I think what put a lot of people off him was that game week 1 fixture against Liverpool. And that's certainly what put me off. I think that was the deciding factor between Rodgers and him. Of course, Liverpool defensively look pretty crap at the moment. I think they will improve, but I think it's going to take a couple of weeks. And Semenyo, particularly Bournemouth and Wolves, they now have a really nice run of fixtures. They've got that tough fixture out the way. They've got some nice ones now. Yeah. And Mbermo, this could be Cunha just as easily, I think. I like the look of that Man United attack right now.
Here's a wild prediction. Mbermo and Cunha are going to be as a double up in a lot of teams by game week 8.
Do you reckon having both of them?
Yeah.
The 2 8.8 million guys?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I can potentially see it. I think definitely we're going to see a shift away from Bruno, the tried and tested, to something a little bit more spicy. But, I think for a lot of people, they wanted to see Mbermo, they wanted to see Cunha, they wanted to see how they fit in, how they play first before jumping there, right?
Naturally, right? And it's United as well that you're dealing with, respectfully.
Yeah.
A lot of good players go there and aren't good players. So.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I think that caution was absolutely fine. I personally had that caution with Bruno as well. I just didn't think he'd be a good option. A lot of people obviously disagreed, but I think with the emergence of Bruno, of Mbermo and Cunha, the only thing Bruno has on them is going to be obviously DEFCON and penalties.
Yeah. One defensive contribution away.
That brought me so much joy. That brought me so much pure
Anderson the same.
Joy.
Anderson the same.
Anderson had a great game though.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Sensational game.
All right, well, read me through your weekly wild card and then maybe talk to me a little bit about some of the key differences between this and the template, which I think there is maybe a few more in your instance.
Because of just predicted points for game week 2, Dubravka is actually starting in this team, but in reality, obviously, you'd probably start Sanchez.
Yeah.
I've gone for 8 Nouri in defense. Again, I mirror what I said last week. I think 8 Nouri is phenomenal. Strange positioning and very interesting positioning. Rico Lewis is not good for 8 Nouri.
No.
And Rico, apparently, Gvardiol had some kind of an issue.
Yeah.
which is why he didn't start.
Yeah. Wasn't even in the squad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the positioning on Eight Nouri. So basically, Rico Lewis was doing that thing where he pops into sort of that 60-80 position, and Eight Nouri was playing a bit more deeper, especially sort of earlier on in the game.
Kind of left centre back. Yeah. Kind of tuck in kind of role.
Exactly. So concerning, but it was a great performance. Second half, he was even better. I think Eight Nouri is going to be rock solid. 9-pointer last week. I'm very happy with him in my team right now. He could be playing even wing back against Spurs. I don't know how.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know how Pep's going to line up, but like we see, there is still obviously a very small risk. Okay, maybe not a very small risk. Maybe I'm being a bit too optimistic, but there is a risk of Guardiola starting over him in some occasions. People thought Guardiola would start in centre back. Maybe he doesn't if they're playing that kind of system with Rico Lewis. But for now, I think Eight Nouri is absolutely sensational. Richards comes in. I think that Palace defense is great. They've got Forest next. I think that's a reasonable fixture for them. They kept out Chelsea. I don't think it's shocking to keep out Forest. And then obviously Esteve is starting here, but Pedro Porro, again, one that I would strongly consider starting because we expect under Frank, when they're playing these tougher fixtures, they're going to be playing a back three with Porro playing wing back, which I really love that. Great for DEFCON, great for crossing, great for everything really, great for attacking potential. There was a lot of crossing of the ball from Spurs, so pretty happy with that.
There was.
Then midfield, Reijnders, I've matched you with Mbermo and Semenyo. They both look sensational. Bournemouth absolutely killing it with the fixture ticker once the Liverpool game's gone now.
You got Palmer as well.
I've gone for Palmer.
Sorry, go ahead.
I've gone for Palmer as well, but I've gone for the double up with Bournemouth here, where I've gone for Evan Nilsson as well up front.
Okay.
I've kept Palmer. Did you keep Palmer as well?
Yeah. I think our midfields are the same, but I guess I've got Salah in here.
And I've got Haaland.
And you've got Haaland, so you have the 4-man midfield, I had the 5-man. Got you,
yeah. And then up front, I've gone for Haaland over Salah. And for me, the performance from Salah, despite the points, was what I expected, which is why I'm still of the view that you can be without Salah.
Sim, how long have we been saying this?
I don't know, man. I was joking with one of my friends, but one of these years I'm gonna be right.
One of these days.
One of these years.
One of these days.
I come here every season and I say Salah just can't. He just can't keep doing it. He can't, maybe he will. And you know what? He probably will. Yeah. Because I tend to be wrong about Salah. But there's Salah last season was the attack. He was the fulcrum of the attack. He was the point of assist. He was the point of goals. He was the point of everything. And he's just not that. He can't be that this season with Wirtz, Gakpo, and Ekitike in the team, and Isak as well. You know what I mean? So for me, Haaland is just so much more important given how we saw Man City play, and that's why I've gone for him.
More talismanic.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's fair, particularly with all the new signings at Liverpool now.
Yeah. And then I've kept João Pedro in my team as well.
Yeah, interesting. Are you, obviously he got a slightly early sub, was it 70-something minutes? Is there any concerns about him getting benched in the future for you?
I mean, it's if he doesn't score in the next two, you'd expect Delap to start the fourth one.
Do you think he's going to, have that chance to play the next couple of games?
I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he will. It's one game. I don't want to lose it over that. He's been scoring in preseason. He's been scoring in the Club World Cup. I expect the goals to come. I've gone for Rutter as well, who I'm very, very impressed with.
Jorginho.
Playing up front almost, basically, for Brighton.
Yeah.
So on penalties as well, I believe.
No, he won the penalty, and it was O'Reilly who took it. But if O'Reilly wasn't on the pitch and neither was Welbeck, I can imagine a world in which Jorginho was to take a penalty.
Yeah. But yeah, just as a fifth midfielder, could I guess rotate with Reijnders if needed. I don't know. Reijnders is superhuman right now. You could captain him.
I think
the way people are talking about him.
Yeah, people talk about him like he's the next coming of Christ.
Cole Palmer.
Yeah. Well, Cole Palmer or Morgan Rogers. I think that's maybe a little premature. It's been one game. He had one very good game. But if anyone watched the Club World Cup, he also played 3 90-minute games there where he didn't get a single goal, single assist. So if you count that as part of your data set, then of official games for Reijnders for Man City, then he's 2 returns in 4, which is good for a 5.5 million midfielder. That's incredible.
It's not game breaking.
But it's not game breaking. No. And that would be my point. I think, if I'm making a transfer this week, maybe I've got a 5.56 million midfielder I don't like. Hell yeah, I'll be going for Reijnders. I'll be going straight for him. But, talking about selling Wirtz or Bruno for him and, not even reinvesting the money immediately, it's like, really?
Yeah.
Maybe a little early for that.
Yeah.
But I live to be proven wrong, so we'll see what happens. You got Tosin on the bench there as well, I see. I like that pick.
I've there's not really... The thing was, I want a 4.5 because in this wild card, you're not really going to be starting them all that much because of Porro. So I wanted good cover there available. You obviously have Sanchez in goal.
Wait, how has this team got 4 Chelsea players in?
Excuse yourself?
I just realised Oh, okay. Maybe forget Tosin.
Okay, no. Just you lose the worst Chelsea asset here. So Cole Palmer goes.
Okay. Yeah.
The thing was, so I initially had.
We've got 0.8 in the bank for this team.
Yeah, because who was the 4.5 I had in this?
I don't know. Maybe. Oh, it was a West Ham.
It was Diouf.
Yeah,
it was Diouf.
He had a goal cleared off the line.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
I missed that. So I had Diouf in this draft, and then when I was finalising it, I looked at the fixtures, and I was like, that doesn't really make any sense anymore.
No.
So I got rid of it for Tosin as a 4.5. There's not really much 4.5 available once you've got a Palace defender, and I don't want to spend 5 million on a Forest defender.
Throw Nico Williams in. I don't think that's bad.
I'd pull the money out, and I'd go Goodmanson.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, and just have all that money in the bank, wasting away, not going to put it to work.
No, you can put it up to work when you find the next player you want to buy.
The next Reijnders, who is apparently the next Rodgers, who was the next Palmer, who was the next Lundstrom, who was the next...
Exactly.
I don't even know. We're going back too far. All right, interesting. I like it. I genuinely like this team. I know, this is meant to be a little more crazy, but I actually don't think this is super crazy. I think this looks quite good, actually. I'd be more than willing to roll with a team like this. More than willing. It's a 92% team rating on Hub, which does suggest it's maybe a little more off template than mine, which was 98%. But 2 good teams, I think. 2 good teams. All right, well, let's move on. Because I've got more clues.
Okay.
For more players.
Okay.
Now, last week with the game that's now called the game is now called Clues That Player.
Clues That Player.
Clues That Player.
You didn't come up with that.
No. It was in the comment section. I don't know who said it. I can't remember the person's name in the comment section, but shout out to
great name.
That
great
person.
Name. Clues That Player.
Yeah, so we're going to run with Clues That Player. No guest this week. We will get some more guests in the future, don't worry. So you are going to be playing against yourself.
Oh, excellent.
Really?
So my greatest op.
Yes. So those of you who haven't watched the show before, the way this game works is I give 3 clues. They start off pretty difficult and they get easier and easier clues as you go through, and you have to figure out which player I am describing based on those 3 clues. If you can guess the player after one clue, you get 3 points. If you guess the player after 2 clues, 2 points, and if you guess the player after 3 clues, you only get 1 point. So the sooner you can get it, the better. 1 guess per clue. We're going to start you off with player number 1, clue number 1. Play along at home if you like. Clue number 1 for the first player is: this player disappointed 10% of FPL managers by being benched in Gameweek 1. Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Really?
I think I know who you're talking about.
You can go for it already.
Hold up.
Oh, let him cook.
No, the philosophy is in my head.
Okay.
But I haven't got a name. There's a player who people thought was going to start that didn't.
There was many.
But those 10% is a good number.
It's a good number, yeah. I don't know if it's exactly 10%, but it's like, 0.1 either side.
Yeah. Crap, don't do that to me.
I am doing this to you. I think we're going to have to move on to clue number 2. You're taking too long.
Go on then.
All right, clue number 2. This player has scored 7 goals in 17 appearances since joining this Premier League club. And by the way, all of the players I described are current Premier League players. So that's very important to remember. So he's scored 7 goals in 17 appearances since joining the club, including bench appearances. Have I thrown you off a little bit with that one?
No. The player is like on the edge of. He's in the corner of my mind. I know who it is, but
Yeah. He's a pretty well-known player.
I know he is.
Like, this is the easiest one of the three.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
You're going to have
I'm gonna
clue
have to
number
have
3.
it, aren't I?
You are going to have to.
Go on.
All right. Clue number 3. This is the big giveaway. This African player joined a Big Six club back in January. Have I thrown you off more, or is that giving it away?
African player.
Yep.
Big Six club.
Yeah. People are shouting in their earphones, on their car radios, on their TVs at home, their laptop in the background whilst they're trying to do some work. They are screaming the name.
Oh, Mamouche.
Correct.
Mamouche. That's who I was thinking of, though. That's genuine. God.
I aim to frustrate, if nothing more. Right. So 1 point for that one, Sim.
Okay.
Not your best work.
I'll take my point. Although I got 3 last week. So.
You did very well last week. Okay. This is clue number 2. Player number 2. Sorry. Clue number 1. This current Premier League striker is a bit of an FPL legend.
Okay, he's a current Premier League striker.
Yep.
Chris Wood.
No, it's not. This clue might give you more information about him being an FPL legend. So he scored an incredible 17 goals and 11 assists in the 2020-21 season.
2020-21.
Yeah, so we're going back a few years. And he's a current Premier League striker. I don't actually know if you'll get this one or not.
He's an FPL legend.
I would say so, yeah. If anyone has been playing FPL for minimum 5 years, they'll know. They will have this player in their team for half the season. They are actually, from that particular season we're describing, this player is FPL royalty.
He's a striker, you said?
He's a striker.
Is it FPL striker?
He's a striker, forward, listed as a forward in FPL right now.
Always.
Always has been. Always will be. I think, probably. I don't know.
FPL striker.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be in the Premier League for.
21, 22.
So we're going back.
Sorry, did you say 21, 20 or
2020, 21?
Okay, so 2021. Premier League striker. Oh, I don't know. Welbeck?
No.
He didn't do that well in 2021.
In fact, last season was Welbeck's best ever season in the Premier League. All right, third clue.
FPL legend.
He costs just 5 million this season, but you definitely should not be picking him.
So he's basically dead.
Well, I mean, as an FPL asset, I would say so. Yeah.
I'm like, obviously Vardy's in my brain, but he's just not here, is he?
I think Vardy is more of a Premier League legend. I would say that this guy's not a Premier League legend, but an FPL legend. Yeah, because he was so important to all of our FPL teams back then.
2020, 21.
People who maybe newer to FPL maybe don't know about this guy. But the veterans will be screaming.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give up this one.
You're gonna have to give on it. That one was Patrick Bamford.
Oh, how was he? Come on, he wasn't an FPL. He had one good season. That was his one good season.
He is a legend. I'm sorry.
He had one good season.
Yeah, exactly. And was he in your team for basically the whole season?
Yeah, but
exactly. So you should remember the guy.
But he used to miss loads of chances. He used to miss so many chances.
Yeah, he did. But he scored 17 goals that season. Yeah. Absolutely crazy stuff. All right, fair enough. Maybe that one was a little tricky.
You know what? If you got that in the comments, big up you, because I think FPL legend threw me.
Yeah?
Because that really sent me. Because FPL legend doesn't mean one season where you got picked.
Well, no, I think it does. I think John Lundstrom is an FPL legend and he only had one season.
That's a very good point.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a very good point. Fair enough.
All right.
You win.
I do. All right. Can I beat you with a third one, though? That's the question. See, this is one where if you have been on the ball, I think you got this one.
Okay.
If you have not been on the ball, if you've been slacking a little bit, this one's gonna pass you by. So let's
on the ball this season or
this. I'm not gonna give any more than that.
Okay.
So this is a test. It really is a test, and I think a lot of people at home won't get this.
Won't.
No.
Okay.
They won't. So player number 3, clue number 1. This player. Well, no, actually, this defender started his career as an Arsenal youth player. Yeah. So, I mean, it probably doesn't give away too much, but the first clue isn't meant to.
Yeah. I mean, no idea how old he is. No idea when that was.
Well, I mean, I can tell you he's like in his mid-20s.
Okay, he's in his mid-20s.
So, we're going back a few years. But he in semi-recent years was playing for Arsenal.
Yeah, let's
sent
take
out
that.
on loan a couple of times, I think.
Let's take question 2.
Okay. Clue number 2. He played his first ever game in the Premier League for a newly promoted club this weekend. First ever Premier League game. Never played for Arsenal.
I know who it is. It's the Sunderland defender who got a 17-pointer. God, Barkley. I don't know what his name is.
Bark Darkley. Yeah, his name is Bark Darkley.
But I know who it is.
Yeah, Bark Darkley.
God, what's his name?
Maybe clue number 3 will help you.
No, because I just don't know his name.
But maybe clue number 3 will help you with his name.
Barley?
Barley. Why do you do it in a Jamaican accent? My name Barley.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Me used to play for the Arsenal. Clue number 3. This is going to help you out a lot based on what you've said so far. He is the top scoring FPL player of the weekend.
Well, I already said that.
I know. All right, I'll give you a bonus clue. His first name is, in my opinion, the greatest first name of all time.
Daniel Barley.
It's not Barley. You know what? I'll give you the point. I'll give you the 1 point.
What's his name?
His name is Daniel Ballard.
I knew it was like Bar, something like that, man. Ballard, something like that.
Ballard.
Okay. I think I deserve the 2 points.
No, I'm not.
I knew who it was.
I can't give 2 points because you couldn't even say his surname.
But I knew
give
who
you
it was.
1.
I knew who it was. I said how many points he got. I said what team he plays for.
That's why I'm giving you 1 point. It's not name the idea of a player, the concept of a player.
And I got the first 2 letters correct.
Bar. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
So I was there.
Yeah.
Was within touching distance.
I think we're gonna have to just give you the 1 point. I'm afraid, Tim.
Fair enough. 2 points out of possible 9.
2 points. Yeah. Look, you got 2 out of the 3 players though. But yeah. Let's see if anyone in the comments managed to match you there, or how you found that little quiz.
I think a lot of people have got Ballard.
Do you think?
Yeah.
All right. I think maybe some people.
I think
Bamford, but again, you've got to be switched on. You've got to know.
Yeah.
You've got to be on the FPL app, seeing who's doing what.
Yeah.
To kind of maybe get that player. All right. Well, I think we probably round things off with differentials of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna like it. I can't lie.
Is it Bruno?
No. No. I don't think you're gonna like it because. We had last season where I chose Mbermo as differential of the week.
Is it not in the spirit of the game?
I don't know if it's... I will let you decide and the comments decide if we're in the spirit of the game with this differential of the week.
I'm going to check his ownership the moment you tell
I
me.
already have it written down.
Okay, but it might have changed. I feel like this
it won't have changed.
4.8% that you're going to do.
No. Look, I think this is on the fence. I think you will accept it, but I'm open to... I can imagine a world in which you do not.
Okay.
So I'll start us off. And I've gone for Martin Ødegaard.
Oh, no, that's decent.
Decent.
Yeah.
I wondered if because he's more expensive, he didn't really count.
No. That's in the spirit of the game. I was going to pick Ødegaard as well.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, we should probably say, actually, last week's scores,
I picked...
Full Krog 2 points.
Full Krog 2-pointer.
And I think I'm 6 points with Pape Matar.
Although our friend Fran picked Richarlison.
Oh, yeah. Fran on last week's show.
Was it a 13-pointer?
Yeah, Richarlison for his differential of the week. Was it 13 points? Let me check that. Let me double check how many points Saar got as well. I'm pretty sure it was 6.
Saar was 6.
Okay, sure. And Richarlison was 13 points. Very, very, very nice pick from Fran. Yeah. Maybe we should get him to pick our differentials of the week.
He did offer to do a video submission every week. If
did he really?
Interested. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But you've gone for Ødegaard up
Yes.
against Leeds. I think that's definitely fair.
Yeah.
When I say it's against the spirit of the game, is if you pick a regular 200-point game week, 200-point season FPL, standard player.
Okay, sure.
Who is just for some mad reason low
Nobody
ownership
has him
because of maybe just fixtures or Haaland right now is low owned in respect of what he should be because it's Haaland. If somehow he was 4.9% on, you pick Haaland, it's like you're taking a mickey.
You say that Ødegaard's had a 200-point season. He's had another 186-point season. He had a weak one last year, but this is what I mean.
He's not been great for.
Wow. Okay. Well, Ødegaard, I thought had a brilliant game week 1. Brilliant is maybe excessive. I thought he looked better than he did last season. So in an easier game, against Leeds, I think he could perhaps show up and do some damage in that one. And you know what? As an Arsenal fan, I kind of wanted to pick an Arsenal player when we have a good fixture. I thought, let's try with an Arsenal player this week. Then I can double win.
Yeah, I was very close to picking Ødegaard myself, to be honest. So solid shout. I like it.
Who have you got?
I've gone for a differential of the week legend. He may be the most picked differential of the week player.
Aha! I think I know who you're on about.
I've gone for Evan Nilsson.
Yeah, he I think it's like his 5th appearance in a year of differential of the week.
I don't know why he's always under 5% ownership.
Nobody ever wants to pick him.
Yeah.
No matter how many times we include him in this section.
I don't think he's ever hold for us as differential of the week either. No. Maybe he just scores in difficult games, but he didn't score against Liverpool. But I think it's a great fixture.
Wolves at home.
Yeah. Wolves just got peppered by
City.
Man City. Obviously, Haaland scoring 2. So after that Bournemouth performance against Liverpool, I'm pretty comfortable with the pick.
Yeah. No, I like it.
2-point-something% on.
Yeah, two on the dot. Ødegaard 3.7, Evan Nilsson 2. So we're both under that 5% cap that we like to throw on there. But as we go through the season, it becomes harder and harder to get these differentials of the week. So hopefully we can both get some decent scores as we go. But we haven't decided on a forfeit this season. Because we didn't do one last season.
You won, right?
Yeah. We didn't do a forfeit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm willing, because we didn't agree upon a forfeit last season, I'm willing to just call that a practice year.
Okay.
I'm willing to do that. Not happy about it, but willing. But I would love to take some suggestions in the comments on YouTube or wherever else of what the forfeit for this year's loser of differential of the week is going to be.
Are you comfortable to committing to do whatever the top comment says?
What? Okay, the most liked comment.
Yeah.
As long as it's legal.
As long as it's legal.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not tattooing or changing my appearance in any way.
No changing appearance in any semi-permanent way.
Yeah.
So if it's like cut your hair off, Dan.
I'm not doing it.
But if it's like cut your facial hair off, fine. But head hair?
Okay, I will cut off facial hair, but I don't have too much of it anyway. So sorry.
To be fair, this is not the greatest. It's not like we're two lovely big bushy bearded.
Everyone's like, you guys gotta have facial hair.
Zoom in, guys. It is there. It is there.
So yeah, no. Anything non-legal, anything illegal, or anything that is semi-permanent body transfiguration.
Yeah, sure.
I think we can do that.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, leave the comments in. We'll give a big shout out to whoever gets the top comment on that one as well, of course. But yeah, that's going to pretty much wrap up.
Nothing humiliating.
Well, no, it has to be a bit humiliating. Otherwise, that defeats the purpose.
Crazy humiliating. I don't want like flour and milk and eggs on my body.
Why? You do it like every other weekend.
Fair enough.
I thought you enjoyed that.
That's only on the paid for channels.
Oh yeah, sure. That's members only content. That.
Before we leave, I just want to say something. Maybe it's not even the right forum for it.
Okay.
I do a thing on a TikTok stream where I pick people's team to rate.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do is I write down a random number from 0 to 100 on a piece of paper, and whoever guesses it, I rate their team.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it keeps it fair, because otherwise, if people just send me a team, someone will spam me and someone will win.
Yeah.
So you have a 1% chance.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm pretty on it on making sure people don't double guess, and people snitch in the comments as well. So you can't double guess. Last game week last deadline, someone won 2 times in a row.
Whoa.
0.01% chance.
Yeah, that's 1 in 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Wait, is that right? 100 times 100. So
it's 1 in 10,000.
Yeah.
It's mad.
That is mad.
Blown away.
You know what? I don't care if this is the right forum for you to tell me that. That is genuinely impressive.
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. Wait, are you sure this person wasn't in the room behind you watching you write down the number?
Dude, crazy. I don't know what happened, but random number. It must have been 41 and 73. And he got both.
Wow.
Crazy.
Fair play.
And that's fair play to you, Nick.
Yeah, well done, Nick. I don't know if Nick is a stick to FPL fan or not. But,
he probably doesn't leave the bounds of TikTok.
Well, who does?
Once you get stuck there.
Yeah, it's tough to get away. But I think that's pretty much it for today's show. I think we're going to probably keep a lot of these features going. We're going to do weekly wildcards every week. We're going to do the Clues That Player every week. That's good fun. Of course, we're going to do Differential of the Week. We'll probably add some bits and bobs as we go throughout the season as well. We're going to try and get some more guests out as well throughout the season, hopefully some interesting ones. But if there's anyone you'd like to see, of course, do let us know. And guys, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, subscribing, as well as giving us a 5-star rating on the other channels, Apple Podcast, 5-star rating there goes really, really far. So thank you to everyone who's been doing that. Spotify, can you rate shows on Spotify?
Yes.
I don't really listen to many pods on Spotify.
I do.
Do you?
I listen to Stick to FPL.
Yeah.
The greatest podcast in the world.
Well, you know what? Fair enough. All right. Well, that's going to pretty much cap things off for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back with more content throughout the week on the FPL Mate channel. Sim will be doing his stuff over on TikTok, I imagine, and on the Fantasy Football Hub channels on TikTok as well, where he heads that stuff up. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching once again, listening, and I'll see you later, mates. Bye-bye.